reason I have never said I do is because I don't.
I've been married, and I couldn't sign up for bad sex.
Test drive.
So if we enter a relationship with anything that's about me, then I don't believe that we're ready.
I'm here to lead the discussion with the men and to get those questions from these ladies. So we are ready to go. We want to hear them. We do have a question over here. Who has the microphone? And give us your question. Miss Nikki.
I actually have a comment. I'm 47 years old. I have 5 brothers, and I think basically men in relationships is conditioning. I know my mom conditioned my brothers, don't hurt women, don't be a cheater. You have 4 sisters. I remember the first time my oldest sister got her heart broke, my mom made my 3 other brothers watch. Like, this is what you put women through. And I think when I say conditioning, like in the inner city, men are taught, you the man if you got all the women, you the man if you making a lot of babies. But when I work around Caucasian people, they want to graduate from college, get married, and have a family in a white picket fence. But we have to condition. Like, my daughter is almost 30. I'm sick of people asking me, you don't have no grandkids, but you don't ask me if I have a son-in-law. I think the bottom line is conditioned. What a man is conditioned to be, how he's conditioned. He want to be a player, or he want to be a husband, you know, or a family man. It's conditioning. And me personally, I'm not asking anybody anything. I'm a watcher. I'm gonna watch how you treat me. I'm gonna watch if you show up on time. I'm gonna watch if you can be my strength. I used to be a strong black woman until him. I no longer need the strong. He's my strength. He guides me. I'm willing to lead. I wasn't for being submissive. I'm submissive now because I trust him with my heart. I trust. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes. And that's.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad you made that comment.
Tell him who he's talking
and
about.
I wanted to mention that.
Tell him who she's talking about. Your brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Very different than you.
I'm glad you made that comment because I wanted, as my own personal testament, you are involved with my brother. My brother has always symbolized a man that was mature enough, strong enough, smart enough to be involved with one woman and stick to it without cheating. Me and him came from the same household. Mom and dad there, parents of 27 years. My brother's view and my view are totally different within the same household. And I'm gonna tell you, I want to give y'all some honesty because I love my brother and I respect him so much that I wish I had the maturity and the will that he had to be able to say, 1, I'm good and I'm cool. I allowed other people to let me feel more than what I needed to feel. Or you're young, you're a handsome guy, you're smart. You know, there's 8 women to every guy, and if you take away the ones in jail, locked up, on drugs, there's 24 to 1, and my dumb behind fell victim to that. So I found myself floating through life. I respect and love my brother to death because, to me, he represents the man that I would love to be and have that focus. That's where I am.
Well, yeah, let's go.
Go ahead, next question.
Another question?
Next question.
Right here. All right, we want to come to our side. Right here.
Hi.
We want to come to our side.
Yes, give us. Go ahead.
My name is Lolita, and I just want to ask, why do some men, they can have everything at home, financially support, sexually, emotionally, but they still go out and stray to another?
Well, I'm gonna address that.
Give it to him.
Just because you talk slow and deep don't mean that we forgot what the question was. I just want you to know. I just want you to know.
Like that voice, right?
And those are 2 important factors to have, slow and deep as well. But when we look at, I believe.
And that's when they think that we really forgot what you're talking about.
I love her. She's awesome. I believe that a man who has everything. We have to define what is everything, because a woman could give all that she has, but it may not be everything that he needs and wants. So you have to have those conversations. And also, a man, a lot of times, if a man doesn't value those things, then he's not going to demonstrate the behaviors that the woman desires in that relationship. If it's commitment, if it's faithfulness, if it's tenderness, if it's comfort. We have to, until the man begins to value those things, a woman can give all those things, but it's not going to end in a mutual result. It's going to end in a result for the individual and for the other individual. It comes down to value a lot of times. Do I value you? Do I value that type of relationship? Do I want that within myself? If I'm like David, you know, now I'm like Herb, and now I'm like, you know, the other brothers that can attest to this. You know, I grew up being socialized, and more women, it's 8 to 1, you know. So it wasn't until I began to value wanting to be committed, value family, value one woman, value children, that I began to make my transition. And that's a lifelong you talk about going from 11, 12 years old, being in high school, having a girl on the first floor, skipping the floor to the third floor, so you won't have no messed ups. You know, you got to skip a floor. Excuse me. Because lunchtime, everybody comes together. You got to be. You learn time management sometime in dating as a man. So you have to value. It wasn't until I began to value.
All right, next question. The next person. No.
So I wanted to add to that. So everything I was saying, if you notice, the themes are maturity and value, right? So and those are a combination of what the woman is bringing to the table for the man to value, and what the man is coming to in his maturity to value. So what I would add is also looking at a man in their spiritual development, which is a part of maturity. So there's several kinds of development. You have spiritual development, mental development, emotional, and then physical. Physical is easy. We all grow. If you're not growing physically, then there's a medical concern, some sort of medical issue. But it's the spiritual, mental, and emotional development which are most important when it comes to romantic relationships. Because those are the 3 developments that many men, because they're not focused on those 3 things, tend to be underdeveloped compared to women. So that's why the maturity tends to be unequally yoked. And also, if their priority order is out of order, if they're not, most men are not, or not, maybe not say most, but many men are not spiritually focused. So therefore, if you're not spiritually focused, which is the most essential aspect of any human being, then you are not focusing on the main thing that will order and guide your development. So a lot of men's maturity is hindered because they're not focused on the primary issue, which is the spirituality.
Y'all men sure talking like we gotta go to a break. It's Single on a Saturday night. We're going to this break. Now I'm just saying, let's go to the break. Howard Gilliam Jr., newvideoproductions.com, My Special Day TV, AlvinaStyles.com, all the people. We just love y'all. Let's go to a break because I want to hear the music. DJ Smooth with that smooth hat on. Yeah. J. Smooth. It's your girl Shelly Shell, not your average girl. Hey everybody, Shelly Shell right here at Exquisite Hair Design with Rashina Stewart. We're in the process of getting the reinstall, and I was wondering, why do you use a net?
Okay, I have a couple of reasons why I do use a net cap. One being is to protect your natural hair. Also during the combing and shampoo process. When you shampoo your hair, naturally your hair swells. So the net is something like a barrier between the weave and your actual natural hair that'll help for when your hair swells, it stays in the same like padded foundation, like it stays smoother.
That makes sense, because I do kind of comb it like it's really attached to my head. I'm like, whoop, whoop. You're right. But you know what? You want to go to the best. This is the best. Exquisite Hair Design. I've been all over, and I'm telling you, it's the best. You follow the book from head to toe. You will come out with the best hair, and your hair underneath is taken care of. My hair is growing. You didn't get to see it, but my hair has grown tremendously. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
It's your girl Shelly Shell, not your average girl.
Yeah, who talking about? Ask the man anything. Let's go straight to my man Roberto, with their comments from that last week. We're gonna get right into it.
Hey!
Ask a man anything.
Well, in reference to the guy having it on, why he's gonna go out there to cheat, I look at it like this. Every girl can make a mistake or will make a mistake, and I could be that mistake.
There you go.
I want to be that mistake.
So basically you do it because you can. Okay.
Slip up around me.
Okay.
Wait. Not your question.
That won't sum it up for every single man. Now, every one of us has voids in our life, male and female. And depending on your tendencies, you will tend to be obsessed about one thing or another. Everybody's life will go in the direction of the image that constantly dominates your mind. With a thief, they're going to think about stealing all the time. Someone that uses sex to gratify themselves is a person that only receives value when they get it from another person. This is a lack of significance. Most men that do this, and I can tell you because I was not always the man I am today, will suffer from insignificance and he receives his value from another woman. Now, to tell you why they can have everything out there, it depends what spirit dominates that person. It's a spiritual domination. Now, if you have a spirit of giving, you find some people, they're just givers. You got people, every one of us has somebody in their family that just gives. But you have people that are takers too. We covered that in my other book. People only do two things in your life, and I'm about to stop. They either make a deposit when they come in your life, or they make a withdrawal.
All right. That's what
And this is what happens with the men that have this
That's
spirit that
author
dominates their
Alex
life.
Cole, the heart thing. It's a heart thing, right?
We have a question over here. What's our next question?
Yes, I have a question. It's actually two questions. When it comes to men, and we're talking about sexual situations, and they talking about things that they want to do, if you want to have a threesome, it's like, oh, open your mind up, let a woman come in, let's spice it up, let's have some fun. But if I want to bring a dude in there, it's like, no. And two, when it comes to things that are exit only, that come out your butt, they always want to put things in your butt. But when you want to put things in their butt, oh no, it's not supposed to happen. Can y'all answer that question, please?
We're going to leave that question very...
Turn this mic on.
That second part of that question, it actually comes with a question in return. So that second part of that question is very interesting to me because it comes with my question. Well, I don't understand, why would a woman want to put something in a man's butt?
Why would a man want to put
like-
right?
Wait a minute, I feel you. I feel you. It might not be for you. I'm talking to the brothers that want to.
But
If that ain't you, then don't answer the question.
Here's the thing, but I don't even if a woman is asking to put something in a man's butt and he's cool with it,
there's a problem.
I don't know.
Basically, it's a problem.
That situation.
No. But wait a minute. No. You.
But let me also
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Answer the question.
quick address
Answer the
the first one. This comes up, and what I'll just say about this is that so sometimes women think that for some men who want to explore anal sex with their woman, they wonder if that's a question of his sexuality, right? Mm-hmm. Now, that actually is what I tend to use when people ask me about homosexual situations, because to me, that's what makes the difference between heterosexual and homosexual. Because if a man likes anal sex, right, women have anuses. So there's no reason for him to engage in anal sex with a man to have anal sex unless he's interested in men. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that anus, all man, male or female, has an anus.
No, I need a guy. You're missing the question. That wasn't it.
Give me a quick answer.
The question, if you are a man that's not trying to get in a woman's butt, don't answer the question. I'm talking to the men that want to go in another woman's butt, but don't want us in your butt.
The answer is a double standard. Let's get to the next question. It is a double standard.
We want to go to the next question.
It's a double standard.
I thought the question was back here. Let's go to your question, please.
Hi. Always a double standard.
Hi, my name is Anjali. Y'all threw me for a loop with that last question. How do you know when she's the one?
That's a great question.
Your heart knows. I mean, it's
okay.
The heart. The heart knows. The heart is the source. Like men know. Like it's not. I can't really explain it, but your heart basically tell you that she's the one for you. Is it who?
It's a heart thing. It's
a heart thing. They want it to be brief, but it's a heart thing.
It's a heart thing.
We know.
Depending on your makeup and your point of reference, everybody in here's point of reference is different. That means your outlook on life and what you're expecting out of it. Depending on your makeup, that person, if they are made to compensate a void in your life, you'll know that upon an instant. Now, first of all, in order to get that done, you have to have spent all the quality time in your singleness, getting all the benefits out of your me time, investing in you to find out who you are, becoming the best that you can be. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's some very successful singles and then get married and got very successful marriages.
That's right.
Use that single time to invest in yourself and become all you can be. Know who you are, and your expectations will be visual. They'll be visual to you, and you will know when that person is before you.
All
I'm
right,
running
we
out
want
of
to
time.
move on to our next question.
Wait a minute.
Good question?
Rodney wanted to answer. Rodney and then right here.
Just in and out. All this sounds good, but the reality is that for some men, they don't know that the person is the one until they make a mistake, and they like, wow, this, like, even when I started dating my lady, before we became committed, it didn't take. I knew she was the one when I was with somebody else, and I looked at her like, you're not.
What am I doing here?
What am I doing here? And then I told her, I'm sorry, this ain't gonna work out. That's the real life situation.
That's real situation.
I kissed her. She told me we go together.
We go next question in the back.
Stand up.
Stand up, please,
That's how that happened.
and give us your question.
Hi, my name is Tequila, and I want to piggyback off the young lady that had a good comment over here. And one thing I want to say is that today men has lost their role in the household, and it's because of the females in his life. They got the mothers that don't want to cut these umbilical cords. They got these sons laying up with all these different types of females coming in and out the house, and it's okay with mom. And so when he leaves, he's shacking up with a female. He don't know no responsibility because he wasn't given no responsibility. That's all I had to say. Thank you.
Go ahead. Can we hit this next question for Mara?
Okay. Do I have to stand up or come on? Okay.
Get the mic.
So, my name is Mara. Knowing the person that you are today, would you want your daughter to date someone like you? And if you don't have a daughter, would you want
Not
your
today.
mom? Would you
Not
want your
today.
mom to date someone like
Not
you, or
today.
any female that you love?
Not today.
And I think that's a good question to ask men. I like to ask that question.
I have a couple daughters. And I'm gonna tell you, the man I am, I would not want him to date me because of my lack of maturity and my lack of discipline. What I want to do, because everybody has a journey, Tamika. If you don't know a journey, you gotta be quiet. Every human being has a journey that make them arrive at a certain spot. I wouldn't want my daughters to date a man like me, but I'm in the process of modeling the man my daughters need to see.
Quick, Shirley. So I got a quick comment. Shirley, we're going to need to have another one of these part two and make it uncut. I don't feel like some of you you're holding back. I know some of you personally. And Paulie, when you're saying all of these things about cheating, some men are just greedy. I've talked to men that told me personally, they can have everything that they want in that woman at home. She could be fulfilling all of his needs and he still wants more. So just be honest, please.
You are being honest, aren't you? Being honest.
I'm being honest. But if I'm holding back, it's because I've been told several times that we're talking too much.
No.
The interesting thing is,
We're not about talking.
Can we
giving
let the
them
man
doctor. David Pulley, Dr. David, you giving them doctor answers. Give it a David
but
answer.
here's the
Keep
thing.
it real with
Here's
who
the
you
thing.
are.
Dr. Dave is who I am.
Right, but you give me
that's the thing. That's ladies. I want y'all to listen to something. When you have a man who is spiritually focused, educated, and so on and so forth, that is who he is. My man right here, he said that who you are should be presented in the forefront. When he comes to the table, if you're not meeting who he is spiritually, who he is mentally, and what his heart says on the forefront, then you're not meeting the real dude. Many women are used to the representatives. And when you find a real dude, you don't even know what that looks like.
Well,
So you wanted me to be real? You wanted me to be real? That's real.
Right.
Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. Maybe you got something in you. It might be you.
That's what we're talking about. So hold up, let's bring it back.
That was finally an answer.
Now,
It might just be you. Exactly.
We've been here.
Might
Here
be.
it is.
That
We've
was
been
the
here.
best.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
They want real, they got real.
Wait a minute. Guess what?
Do not know who they are spiritually.
Okay, all right. We're going to go to the next
maybe
question.
The show will continue afterwards, but let's go.
Let me have a variety of
Right.
opinions. So,
All right, we got to go to the next
Okay, maybe it's the man in the mirror too. You gotta look at that too.
All right,
We will
listen.
symbolize
Anybody
that.
else? I think tomorrow
I'm so very confused. Y'all are confusing me.
We got to cut.
We're going to go to a break. It's single on a Saturday night. TGI Fridays, 4,000 City Air. We're going to a break. Howard Gilliam Jr., newvideoproductions.com. Go there. And don't forget, It's a Heart Thing. Alexander Cole, he is coming to you next.
All right.
Yeah.
Asia farts, the whole veil comes off. I felt so good. I'm walking down the aisle telling myself like,
My special day was at my home. It's popping.
so Jay lied.
Hit the gas and took off.
Yeah. It's single on a Saturday night. TGI Fridays, 4,000 City Air. We do this every fourth Saturday. And if you're on YouTube, I need you to make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is single on a Saturday night. That is very important. If you have a phone right now, I really want you to get your phone out and subscribe, because everybody got a Gmail. You got to have a Gmail. You need to subscribe to Single on a Saturday Night. That is so very important. So important. So if you have not subscribed up there, you fired. No, I'm just kidding. Please subscribe. Single on a Saturday Night YouTube. That's it.
Ask a man anything. We are here with our next question from our guest, Latoya. What is your question to these panel of men?
I actually just had a comment. I've been enjoying the show, by the way. You guys are awesome. Just coming from a married woman, I've only been married six years now, and it's before marriage. I was in a very horrible relationship for 6 years, and the guy that I'm married to now is not a guy that I would have looked at 12 years ago. And I think that's another issue that us women have. When we do find someone, piggybacking off the Dr. Dave, when we do find someone that shows us they're a real person, we don't look at that. We're looking at the person that's macho, 25-inch rims, and whatever else everybody else likes. I know everybody is different, but so a lot of times when we do get that person that is for us, that will marry us and give us what we need and be our strength, a lot of times, I know, speaking from my experience, I didn't go to that person right away.
Thank you for your comment. And just to say, deal with you, is that a lot of people that are great for you and the best people that will treat you like a queen and give you all the time and attention, you're just not attracted to them. There are great people out here. Let's go to our next question.
I have a question. I've heard expectations and standards mentioned, but I haven't heard a lot about the gentleman that's just not available. Not just because of maturity, but it could be deeper issues where they just can't even connect emotionally and things of that nature. They just simply are not available no matter how great you are. So to some of these young ladies that speak about giving this man everything and he still steps out, I'm talking about that guy. Not just because he's greasy, as you will call it, but he's not capable. And I think that sometimes as women, we blur that line. We can't differentiate between who's not available because of whatever may have gone on in their life, or just who hasn't arrived yet, who's not mature enough yet. Can you speak to that?
Yes, we going to let somebody comment. I will briefly say that just for me in general, I was called a punk or the B word because I wouldn't commit. Wow. I was not emotionally available, and I didn't want to lie to that woman. But because I wouldn't, it was like, well, why wouldn't you? Why couldn't you? And I was called a punk and a B because I wouldn't do it. I was just not emotionally available.
And I think that if you ask women, we had this discussion, if you ask the right question, you will get the right answer. And yes is yes, and no is no, and not ready is not ready. Don't get too involved in the other stuff that goes on. Ask the right question, you will get the right answer. And you got to accept the answer with your mind and not your body.
So, to piggyback off that question she just asked, if you're not emotionally available, if you are not emotionally available, why are you dating in the first place?
I was just selfish about it. You know what I mean? Just very, very selfish. It didn't matter where you were, what you were doing, what you were going through. I just wanted to do it, you know what I mean? Be young, free, have fun, and that's that. I was just selfish.
And a lot of guys... I don't think she was quite answered.
I haven't answered, but I think there's another layer to it, because you can ask the right questions and that person is going to be very creative because they still want to be loved and they're still going to give you the right answer, so you do stay. So again, how do you differentiate, as a woman? How do you tell the difference between this person that's not capable today and probably won't be 10 years from today, or the one that just needs time to grow? either way, you are probably better off or better served moving on. But how do you differentiate?
Can I just address the dude who's still dating and not emotionally available is because he's trying to find if he can find another woman who also doesn't want a relationship at the time. And a lot of women who want to deal with that dude because he's got money, he's attractive, whatever the case, power position, whatever the case may be, they will say that they're not ready either, but that tends to change. So guys will date because there are some women who truly are at the same point that they are, and they want to chill with somebody. They want companionship, like was mentioned. So you don't necessarily have to stop dating because you're not emotionally available, but that's when the conversations and the questions and paying attention, that was invaluable what he said. Because a lot of dudes will tell you exactly where they are. They will tell you that they're not ready. They will tell you no. But a lot of women will tend to think that they can, change that.
Okay, we go on to our next question back here from Evelyn.
Okay, my question is about the friend zone. You're dating someone, you like her, but she finds out she doesn't want you as a man. She just want to keep you as a friend, even a friend with benefits. How do you handle that? How would a man handle that?
The man's dream.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not every man. Not every man.
Can you repeat the question again? I'm sorry. You said how do?
How would a man handle that? You meet someone. You meet someone, you're dating her, and your emotions start to build for this person. But she's keeping you in the friend zone. How do you handle that?
Communication is the big key. Y'all got to be on the same level. I got to, be able to communicate with you. I got to be able to talk to you. You got to be able to talk to me. You understand what I'm saying? Communication is number one. That's important. Anything.
When you say on a friend tip, what type of benefits are you speaking of?
Come back.
Benefits.
We get with the benefits, so
If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Being in a relationship, but there's no emotional connection from her.
If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
All right, we're coming to the end of this show. Let's give a quick synopsis. There's no way to answer that. They have no way to answer that because either the guy gonna suck it up and just, and that sounds nasty.
No, we answered that. We answered that question.
It just is what it is. So heart thing.
Yes, we're gonna,
We're gonna end the show with the heart thing. It's a heart thing. Alexander Cole.
All right, I'm Alexander Cole, once again, pastor, author, and entrepreneur of It's a Heart Thing. The book itself is here today. It's available, but the components of this book actually speak about some of the major issues of our heart, how our hearts are designed. And I can tell you, everything in here is not for everybody, but there's something in this book for everybody. It's a very powerful book. There's certain things in the book that will actually answer a lot of questions that never got asked in our lives. First chapter deals with our heart, its design, its makeup. We use different scenarios that have a heart, such as the heart of the earth or the heart of a volcano. Most of us are designed in the same way with our heart. If you look at a volcano, for example, it looks cool, calm, and collective on the outside, but deep down inside, there's heat bubbling up. Massive pressure exists. The same type of condition can be going on with a person. They may look cool, calm, and collective on the outside, but on the inside, it might be an eruption getting ready to take place.
Tell them how to get the book, because basically right now, they've heard you, they've heard what everybody's saying, so tell them how they can get the book and that you...
You can actually get the book from me right now today, or you can go to Facebook and just go in the search bar and put It's a Heart Thing, and it come right up. You can purchase it right there online.
Is it on Amazon?
It's not on Amazon.
Okay.
My website is not complete yet, but you can purchase it through Facebook.
Say how much? How much?
It is $7.99 today. On Facebook, it's $6.99 if you go in to the search bar and pick it up.
The search bar and pick it up from Facebook.
From Facebook. It's a heart thing.
It's a heart thing.
But one more thing that's real important. This book is a prelude to the relationship book. A lot of the things I've been saying today have been quotations coming out of Issues of the Heart, which is fully a book of relationships. The first chapter is about the size of this book itself. This book is a prelude to it, like I say, because it explains the different components of our heart, how it's made up, and then how it makes and affects your decisions, and ultimately how that affects God's heart as well, because man's heart and his decision is directly affected to God, which determines the whole outcome of your life.
All right, it's Single on a Saturday night. We can keep talking, but I just need to end the show real quick. Single on a Saturday night, TGI Fridays, 4,000 City Ad. But keep on talking. Go ahead, David.
We want to keep going with the question and the answer. We're going to head over here good dialogue is going.
Breast Cancer Network of Strength invites you to join the Walk to Empower.
We need that support. It's a lot of love.
Come join us on Mother's Day. Thank you.